Hello everyone, and for the first time in a long time, it is Snuffy here, uh, back with another video. I don't think I've done any videos since like the summer, and that was the one upload I had all year. So as you can see, and as I'm sure most of you watching are aware, Xmaxx 2025 is here, but that's not the main thing I'm going to focus on. I'm actually going to talk about the fact that they came out with some new cars in the shop, which has not happened probably in a long, long time because we stopped getting new shop cars. We also want to shout like they're actually putting holiday themed stuff even in the daily items. Maybe that's probably a coincidence, but nice to see that actually lining up. But what I want to talk about is you see there's two new tabs here. Retro Rewind, of course, not a new concept, but it had been removed for a little bit, and it is now back. These four items from the Back to School 2025 event are in here. If you did not get those, I did get all of those in the event. I will say the heat line was probably the best thing we got out of the short-lived modern events, which I do plan to make a video talking about modern events, why they maybe why they failed and how seasons returning and holding up. But that's for another day. So underneath Retro Rewind, you will see the Xmaxx Igloo, which I believe is a shop name they've used before. So this logo is I believe this was used years ago. They had the Xmaxx Cave one year, if I remember correctly, and then the Igloo. But we hadn't had any seasonal shops in a long time, and I know people were disappointed with that. So we actually have three new cars as well as these re-releases. Frosty Fun name tag, which I believe is from the Xmaxx event season last year, and Frosty, which was a shop trail originally. That's been around for years, but that's in the shop, so people can grab those for under 2 million if they don't have them. But then there's also these three cars here. Starting off with the Winson Holly Xmaxx. I do really like this car. This is my currently equipped car. It's very simple, but it's very clean, and it's a very sleek car. It's only $2 million, and it's a nice, red and white car with the wreath on it. And it's, it fits the holiday theme while also being like a nice classic looking car. Very clean. This one really kind of caught me off guard because never in a million years did I think that we were gonna just get another Corsa Mephisto variant. But here it is. So the original of this car I actually think that car's underrated. I'm a pretty big fan of that car. But this is a green version. So the other one's already red, another holiday color green. And then it has like some Christmassy holiday like decorations on it and a number on the hood. So nothing too crazy, but it's a holiday variant, and it's a variant of a car that I didn't, ever see us getting more variants for. So that is the Corsa Mephisto X. And then this last one is the Nitrix Polarion YX. That's an interesting name. I think YX. I don't know where that really came from. But this one is a Yeti theme. Oh, okay, that would make sense. A Yeti themed mint racer. I hadn't really thought about this car. I hadn't paid attention to it much because it's probably not my favorite of the three. Probably my least favorite. Maybe no, probably better than the Mephisto just because this is more original. But as you can see, this one it says right there mint theme. So that's the color. Again, I hadn't really paid attention to any of the details until now. So I'm just now noticing while recording this the Yeti face on the hood. So that's a cool touch. Inside the car, it looks like the steering wheel has a candy cane cover on it. So that's a cool little detail. In the back, you can see all the lights. And, it looks like they did like a fur or snow design around the wheels. So, it's a nice car. It's all right. It's not like anything insane. It is the most expensive of the three at 3,750,000. But yeah, this is just a cool thing that they're doing. I think that this is something that people wanted, was for them to come out with a holiday shop again because they hadn't been doing that. So it's nice to see a seasonal shop. And of course, this runs till the end of the season, which is January 18th, says it right here. So, if you don't have a lot of money, you have over a month still to snag these. So yeah, that is the Xmaxx Igloo. Now I'm wondering if they are going to update it more, because this is definitely a lot smaller than when they did it years back. You know, there was a lot more items. You had titles, you had the rocket sleigh, which I think they should put in there because that was kind of like a tradition in the days of events. Then even early seasons we had that, and then they brought it back for a few years, and then it's been gone again. So I think they should throw the rocket sleigh in there. Maybe come up with some other new things. Maybe, I know the AI generated stickers, that's not something I like, but if it means we're getting new quality cars, throw some of those AI stickers in the shop. I don't know. Some of them can be all right for what they are. We've only got one name tag, one trail. Put something of every loot in here. I'm not saying they need to do it now, but I think like as the season goes on, maybe they should add stuff. Or I guess I was gonna say have a rotation of these items, but you do put available until January 18th, so that makes it seem like all these will be available until then. But I think it'd be cool if like maybe every week there was something new. The rocket sleigh should be in here, as I said. Have some titles in there, some holiday titles from the past. Maybe throw a few new ones in. Just stuff like that. A Nitro, maybe. We've only had one Nitro ever purchasable, besides I think you can now get one in Retro Rewind. But there was the one prismatic shards. Yeah, so you can get the Bright Idea Nitro if you missed that. I will say I did like how in events, as a non-gold member, you could get all the gold rewards. Someone did buy me gold recently, so shout out Typing Cat for that. So now I think, it's been a while since I've talked about this game, so might as well take a look through the season as well. And, it's definitely not my favorite Xmax season, but I do always look forward to these every year. They're usually pretty good. The holiday cars are usually pretty cool. We usually get some re-releases, which there are some, and I'll talk about that. So the bonus tiers, we have this new title. Ooh, it's cold in here. We have this sticker, simple. I think we already have a GG sticker, but this one is a holiday themed one. It's all right. I have it equipped right now, actually. The Holly Hauler, not the greatest car, but I think it's all right. It looks pretty clean. We've got a truck, which we don't get trucks very often, so it looks like they're trying to do that because they had a truck last season. Now we got a truck in the bonus tier. So now we got like a holiday colored truck with the reindeer antlers and the Rudolph nose. Now the Rudolph nose has been used on cars before. I don't know if the antlers ever have. So just a cool little holiday truck. I did a few races with that. Then we have this, what seems to be the new norm for modern seasons. Or I guess that's what I'll just refer to, modern seasons, the second iteration of modern seasons post modern events. So it seems post-event seasons, I guess would be a better term, start with a cash reward rather than what we had for a while, which was a car at rank 2. Now, I don't know how to feel about that because, I think it should be easier to get a car, actually. Give everyone a season car. Although now we do have stuff in the shop people can buy if they really want a holiday car, a new one. But I also, at the same time, this is almost $1 million. If you're starting out in this game, this is a nice boost pretty early on. You get 750 grand. And then the one thing we definitely did get out of events is perks. Those lasted during events and you level them up with XP. Now you kind of do that. They're just as season tiers. So they start out with a common one. And this is honestly a really cool concept. We have a reindeer pulling the car, and I've seen it on track. It'll take some getting used to seeing, but that's actually like really cool. And that will work well with the sleigh cars. Tier 4 Frosty Fingers title. Tier 5, we have this rather interesting sticker, which is being called a chicken in the description, but that is clearly a snowy owl with like a chicken type thing going on here. I would call it a snowy owl with a mohawk and a Rudolph costume. That's my interpretation of the sticker. $1 million for gold members. Second tier of the perk, now you have 2 reindeer. I mentioned bringing back cars. This is the Festiva tank. This was from what's regarded as probably the worst Christmas season ever, 2020. It's a good car, I guess. Sure, bring it back for people who don't have it. But this has been re-released multiple times, so I kind of wish they had done something a little rare. We have Santasaurus Rex. That's an amusing sticker. I might use that when I get it. $1 million. Then another sticker, the Tangled Tabby. I do like this one. Although, okay, maybe I changed my mind. It looks like this cat only has 3 legs, and they did not bother to check that. And maybe it's right there and hidden, but it does look like a 3-legged cat. That's the problem with the AI generated stickers. Now you have 3 reindeer at 12. Season's Greetings name tag. This is actually really clean. So nice to see another holiday name tag in here. We have the animation going on in the frame, as well as the decorations on the edges moving around. We have this title with a pun, hashtag you'll be sorry. Classic Nitro type with their puns. 1.5 million. Bringing back another car here with a lit locomotive. Again, been released multiple times. When it was first released, I remember this was the final award of the season. Now it's been in the shop, I believe. Now it's a rank 16 item. Sure, give it to the people who don't have it. This is the custom Nitro for this season, the Nitro Frost. It's all right. I think it's pretty cleanly done. That could probably match up with some cars. $1 million. Powder Penguin with Happy Holidays. $2 million. And then this season's Trail. Definitely like this a lot more than last year's. This is a cool Trail holiday energy. 1.5 million here. The next reindeer thing. So we have the 3 reindeer now. We're getting like a cool effect behind it. Another Gotham variant, the Gotham Knits, and this is the first one to ever be animated. Now, this is actually pretty cool. This is pretty clean. We have a lot of holiday Gotham variants, and might as well have another one. So this one I'd actually like the red color. We have the candy cane thing in the back turning, and that is giving, what's the trail called? Whatever the trail's called, the candy cane power trail. And then we have the animated Santa hat as well as the snowflakes on it. So this is probably the highlight of the season in terms of cars and possibly overall. Xmaxx, this sticker's been released plenty of times. They even acknowledge a classic Xmaxx sticker from years past. Yes, they've used this one multiple times. Icebreaker, simple title, works for the season. 2 million. Again, Nitro Frosted has been released multiple times before. Chasing the Chill, that's an alright title. And then here's the final event perk. So we have the 3 reindeer and we have this holiday colored snowflake animation going on in the background. We have this Cup of Cheer. That's an okay sticker, but I don't know why make the second to last. Actually, the car isn't the last thing, which I'm noticing, and that's new. So third to last thing is the sticker. Final car we got is the Gift Getter. It's okay. It's nothing too special. You could probably make some cool car trail combos with it. And then $3 million is the final reward, ultimate holiday payout, Happy New Year, and then of course Infinity Tiers. So that is a look at all the new stuff, or just everything for Xmaxx 2025. It's not the best one we've ever had, but it is solid. We have the site background as well, which is pretty cool. It's got the animation. If you go to the bottom, you got this Christmas sweater design. So that's pretty cool. You know, we've got new cars in the shop, which is amazing to see. We've got new cars in the season. We've got some pretty cool new loot in the season. And yeah, hopefully, I feel like I say this every time I make a video, but hopefully I'll be coming out with more stuff sometime soon. This is only the second video I've done all year, and it's December. So, you know, I've been planning another video like I mentioned earlier. Hopefully that'll come out. I should definitely get good at making stuff again, because now when I do, I don't get much views on it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think of the new items for Xmaxx 2025. What do you think about these new cars, the return of a seasonal shop, as well as the return of Retro Rewind? I think this is going to be like a nice addition, although I feel like they should make it a little more retro, go further back than 2 events or seasons ago. Although I will be happy next season when I can get all the stuff I missed in Twilight Harvest, because I didn't even get halfway done on that season and I missed some good stuff. So yeah, that's it for today. Have fun with the season, and I will see you guys next time. Snuffy out.